Well, this is going to be kind of just shooting from the hip, so hopefully I don't botch this this video here. But got to run in outside and cut a tree down that's right next to the shop. So it's already 1 o'clock or so, and I haven't got started on that. So I got to make this video pretty short. I've been wanting to get started with the videos again, and I want to be consistent in the posting and try to get something out once a week. I've got some good video ideas, I think, but I haven't posted in a while. I don't want to burn through the best videos right away, but I have been wanting to ask you guys your opinion on hive tool types and shapes and everything. These are kind of the three main popular shapes that are kind of on the market right now, and then you've got some other stuff that you can get as well. And these are some that I've made. I was kind of trying to come up with something that works a little bit better for me, and this is kind of what I've arrived at. See, this shape right here is probably one of my favorite that you can just buy, you know, online. And I tried to look these up yesterday to see what they cost, and I couldn't even find this online. But it's I mean, I bought it before, so it's on there somewhere. The problem with it is it's very, very wide on the end of it, and then it, you know, tapers off here over a pretty short distance, and it's not real good for getting underneath the lid to open up your boxes. I don't really like that. Everything else I love, and I love this. I like this hook shape and everything like that. So here's one that I've made. You can kind of see that I took a lot of inspiration from this design right here. And when I was at the Bee Expo in Kentucky, there was a guy there that also makes you know, hand forged hive tools. They're quite a bit different. They're kind of like square shaped. You might have seen them. But he kind of arrived at a very similar hook design like this. It's much more. It's not you know, this right here. It's more of a straight hook, and I like that a lot better. I like that a lot better because when you go in here, it kind of just it lifts the frames with much more ease without kind of pushing them separated. Whereas like this one, you kind of got to go like way down here and then like turn, and it kind of pushes the frames out, maybe even a little bit more before you're even able to start prying up on the frame. So that's what I've come up with as far as my favorite shape. Now this one here, I'll show you this. This one I made because I've got some colonies that got a lot of propolis, and the thought process on this was that this is kind of a little bit of a concave deal, so you could go down here and actually remove, like if you had too much propolis between these two frames, you could get in there and remove the propolis and then push those frames back together and get your proper bee space if you needed to, like that. So that's what's going on with this one. These nunchuck hive tools, these are probably the least common here. I just made these for a YouTube, I believe it was a short video that I made. Maybe I'll link it to the end if you want to see me goofing off, but yeah, not very common there. But I want you guys' opinion. What is the best shape hive tool? What do you prefer? Do you prefer something monstrous like this? I don't know what is going on with this. It's got like a little hammer on it. You can take the hammer off, it looks like. This is for cleaning your frames here, like this. And like on the top, if this didn't have a little strip on the top, that's what that's for. It's got other stuff. This hook actually isn't too bad because it actually like it kind of grips the frame in these little grooves. So I don't actually hate that, but this is way too heavy for me to be carrying around. When I work the colonies, I like to just keep this in my hand, and I like the smaller diameter. Maybe you wouldn't like this as much if you have a different way of keeping track of your hive tool, or maybe you wear gloves and this would be too small, but maybe you'd want like a wider handle. But well, I guess I'm gonna have to get a different saw because the gasoline is just coming right out. I don't know. I haven't had this happen before. I didn't spill any outside of the cap, really. The whole tank just came out the bottom. So I don't know what is going on there. This all worked fine the last time I used it, but to grab something different. Well, this camera shut off instead of recording. It does this to me every once in a while. I'll hit record, it'll say start recording, and then when I go back it's just not recording anymore. It'll just randomly cut off. I think it's something to do with memory card or something, I don't know, but I was able to drop this tree over here where I wanted to and not land it on the shop. It's still recording. It was hanging over the shop pretty bad, so we actually hooked the truck up to it with a cable here. Ran this cable over and had my wife sitting in the truck to where she could pull it over once I kind of got it wedged up how I wanted. But yeah, I filmed it. I don't know, I had the camera sitting over there on that target there with that other junk, and it probably would have been a pretty cool little shot, but I don't know. This camera's done it to me a few times, so it's pretty frustrating that it keeps doing that, and I don't really know how to get it to stop because it doesn't do it every time. And like, it's recording right now, but the screen will go black, so I don't know that it's still recording. I can touch it and it'll come back to life, but I don't know. It's frustrating. Yeah, it's just frustrating. So anyway.